What if you had an owner's manual for your own mind? I mean, really think about that. That's basically the core promise of Anthony Robbins' classic book, Unlimited Power. And this isn't just about simple motivation, it's about understanding the actual mechanics of how you operate. It really all comes down to this one huge question. Why is it that some people achieve these incredible, extraordinary results, while other people who seem just as smart or talented just get stuck? What is the real difference maker?
Well, the answer, according to Robbins, isn't some magical inborn talent that you either have or you don't. Nope. The difference is psychology. It's about specific and, more importantly, learnable patterns of thought, emotion, and behavior. Now, to really get a handle on this, we've got to start by pretty much throwing out our old definition of what power even means, because it's an internal game, first and foremost. We're all taught to chase this external idea of power. The money, the fancy job title, the status. But Robbins just flips that entire idea on its head. He argues that true, lasting power is internal. It's the ability to manage your own emotions, to make decisions even when you're scared, and to stay focused when chaos is swirling all around you. That external success we all want, that's just a byproduct, a result of mastering your inner world first. So how do we even begin to get that internal control? Well, it all starts with understanding a really crucial concept, your own personal map of the world. This idea right here is an absolute game changer. We go through life thinking we're reacting to what's actually happening, to objective reality, but we're not. We're reacting to our interpretation of it, a mental filter that colors absolutely everything we experience. And that filter, that's what Robbins calls your mental map. It's built from everything that's ever happened to you. Your childhood, your wins, your losses, the beliefs you were taught, the fears you picked up along the way. And here's the thing. Every single person has a completely unique map. No two are alike. Let's take an event like failure. By itself, it's just a neutral thing that happened. But one person's mental map interprets it as proof that I'm just not good enough, and that leads to despair. Another person's map sees that exact same event as a lesson that makes me stronger, and that leads to resilience. Same event, completely different outcomes. And this shows that if you can change the interpretation, you change everything. Okay, so if our mental map is what shapes our reality, then the million-dollar question is, how do we redraw the thing? Well, lucky for us, Robbins gives us a really practical toolkit to do exactly that. So here's the toolkit. Your emotional state isn't random. It's actually like a recipe with 3 ingredients you have direct control over: your physiology, your focus, and your language. Feeling down? Try this with me right now. Stand up tall, pull your shoulders back, take a deep breath, and focus on one thing in your life you're genuinely grateful for. Did you feel that? That little shift? That's you, actively creating your own state. The takeaway here is massive. It means you are not at the mercy of your emotions. You are the creator of them. Feelings like motivation, confidence, happiness, these aren't things you just have to wait around for, hoping they show up. They are states you can literally generate on command by managing these 3 tools. This brings us to the next massive concept in the book, the one force that truly shapes our destiny. I want you to really think about this for a second. Real, lasting change doesn't come from just wishing or hoping for it. It comes the instant you make a true decision, a real commitment that you will no longer tolerate your old circumstances. It's all about raising the standards for what you demand from yourself. Most of us live in this constant state of indecision, and it is absolutely exhausting. It just drains your energy. But the moment you make a clear, committed decision, you unleash momentum. Your brain stops wasting all that energy on should I or shouldn't I, and it starts actively searching for how to make it happen. Okay, so you're learning to manage your state, you're making real decisions. Now, how do you accelerate your results? Well, the great news is you do not have to reinvent the wheel.
Robbins' philosophy is that success leaves clues, so find someone who already has the results you want. Then you basically become a detective. What are their core beliefs? How do they talk to themselves and others? What are their daily habits and routines? If you want to be a great public speaker, don't just admire them. Model their mindset, their preparation, their strategy. If you adopt their strategy, you can start to get similar results. So what does this actually look like day to day? Well, it's a constant practice. It's not a one and done thing. When you feel your energy drop, you consciously change your posture. When you catch yourself thinking those limiting thoughts, you question them. You ask, is that really true? Instead of just trying to do something, you make a real decision and commit to a new standard for yourself. It's about actively managing your inner world moment by moment.
Now, it's really crucial to understand. This isn't magic. It's not about positive thinking that just ignores real challenges. This is a mental toolkit, and just like any tool, it only works if you use it with discipline and consistency. You have to do the reps. And that right there, that really is the ultimate message of this whole philosophy. You could have all the status and all the money in the world, but it means absolutely nothing if you're not in control of your own mind and your own emotional world. True power is self-mastery. So the tools are on the table. The path is pretty clear. The only question left is the one you see right there on the screen. Are you ready to take control?